Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to do a person in an extreme squatting type action pose. And if you have our pencils all set, we're going to begin. If you would like to check out our other videos that feature action poses, like we have several, and we've covered many different angles in squatting poses, but this is another essential action to go by. So shoulders drawn right back like this. So that's one shoulder, that's the delt. So this is of course going toward the back. Now necessarily there may not be foreshortening, but if it is, it looks a little more dynamic. The head will be placed here, of course, in the front, more or less. The chest drawn like really extremely stretched, sort of like that. And if you go back, like of course the torso is at an extreme bend, we can just go with a C shape like that. So for now it's just a collection of shapes, and along that curvature we can guide the lower torso, so the middle of the torso and the bottom of the torso somewhere here. So let's say one leg going back like that, the other leg coming forth like that and stopping here, and of course there will be some different options that we're going to work with. So if you just put down all those shapes, we are ready to roll and put down some kind of shape or structure. So the first thing that we're going to do is put in a head, and so eyes, nose right around there, mouth, and then we are going to focus on the back. So or well, the delts in this case as well. So we are rounding off the delts like that, and then of course there's different things that we can do. We're going to explore that in a second, but we are not going to move the delts from their place. So there's the other shoulder set, there's the crunch in the middle of the back, and that is the upper back, and you can give it as much shape or dimension as you wish if it is possible. And if the person is like wearing some kind of tunic, some kind of clothing, then it will be shielded, of course. There's the middle of the torso, and then we put out one leg pretty much like that, going back. We put out one leg nice and big, according to whatever musculature you would like to use. We put it out like that for now, and let's do a crunch placement of the foot. So there's the shin and the calf area, the knee is right there. So we have turned the knee that way in this case because the leg is sliding backward. And there we have the ankle and the heel set. So we have managed to put something there, and this is a real extreme crunch, very dynamic action pose. Now one option that we can play with is this, and you'll see why this is very dynamic. So there's the bell-shaped hand, and we are going forward and putting a hand like that, and we're just going to put in the other hand like that. So that already makes for a pretty cool action pose. Now you can do a few different things with this. You could leave this hand outstretched, just go like that, show a little bit of the other fist right there, so extreme crunch. So that's the tricep area, the elbow, and we can scrunch this one even more. So if we have to like do some foreshortening in that case, and the line is coming like that, so we can do some rings. We're trying not to make this like very messy. And this one is like really dynamic because that's the one big hand right there, engulfing pretty much everything else. Elbow, tricep, and forearm coming forward like that. And we can show a hint of the other leg and a hint of the other foot if we want, right there. Or we could show it on the inside as well. It's messy though, I think this is better, but this can also work. The other option that we have with this leg itself, we put the knee like that, so knee to the front, and in this case we can either crunch the leg right back, that's it, or we could bring that leg out but still put it in like away, farther away, in the sense that it's like going like this and then going right back in that way, and this will still be dynamic. So crunch action pose doing some wonderful work for us. Now let's say that we were to flesh this out as a character, and I'll illustrate in a second why this pose is so instrumental and why this really works. Because let's say that we changed our minds along the course of the sketch and decided to make this a character, and we like the pose, it's really working for us, and we could just make this into, let's say, Daredevil, because characters like Nightwing, Daredevil, they are really very high on stealth poses. So maybe we'll call this a stealth crunched action pose, and we have done a video on this before. Should have made that into a fist, so we will change that, make that into a fist, and have him holding, or it can be open hands. He can hold this, he can make this into a fist, and hold a club here. But that is our essential layout, and we got a crunch pose going for us right there. Very instrumental. So please do check out our other videos featuring such extreme action poses. There are a handful of them. We put out content pretty much every day, so please do subscribe, keep in touch. Thank you for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day.